So hi, my name is Nishan Tomar. I'm the founder of DigSat. What we have built here, we are basically enabling anyone carrying a smartphone to digitally create, inspect, view, experience any 3D space. Some examples: any real estate, any tourist spots, scenic view, any place of interest. Basically, what we are offering is the ability to create 3D virtual tours that captures the dimensions automatically with a single tap. And there are multiple applications across various industries where we are focusing right now. So it's basically, in a nutshell, it's virtual reality as a service being offered through different industries. Some applications, the most obvious one that we always hear is real estate, obviously, for properties that are listed on sale, or for rental properties, vacation rentals, so on and so forth. There is a broader actually use case in insurance. We are actually talking to some of the tier one insurance companies, both in US as well as in Europe, where the goal is to enable them to do underwriting inspections remotely, as well as claims inspections remotely, enable their adjusters and restoration companies to be able to see the damage, inspect it, assess it, and come up with the preliminary estimates of the damage, all done remotely. Basically, that cuts into the whole claims processing time and kicks off the repair work faster. Then similarly in the mortgage lending business, enable the appraisers to do the property appraisal remotely without the need to physically visit any property. And for that can be true for whether it's a new loan or a refinancing. And then, of course, in the travel, tourism, and hospitality, whether it's Airbnb hosts, VRBO, or small and large hotels, we have already started seeing a shift from the regular two-dimensional photographs into the virtual reality space, with our ability to, with us giving them the ability to do that without spending thousands and thousands of dollars on cameras that Matterport and Ricoh, some of our competitors, offer. We enable them to do it just as long as you have a smartphone. You can build a high quality 3D virtual tours. Some differentiators, as I mentioned, the key competitors in this space, Matterport and Ricoh, they usually require professional to come to your property and do it. They also require their own camera that you have to purchase, or you have to hire somebody who has purchased it. Their processing time usually varies from 24 to 48 hours, whereas with us, it's done in minutes. Average time, I would say, is under 30 minutes for any 3D space. There may be outliers, I would say 5% of the cases. And then one-click share on any social media. So Zillow is one company that is the closest in terms of the competition through their Zillow Home 3D app. But the limitation there is, again, they don't allow you to share it on social media. It's not open. It's only limited to Zillow's website and Zillow's agents. Whereas with us, you can actually share on any social media with a single click, or WhatsApp or email, or you name it. And then price point, another thing is, because we are enabling people to do it through their smartphone, it can be scaled on a very large volume basis, because it's a subscription model. So it's 99 cents per month per virtual tour per month. And of course, with the B2B approach, when there are insurance companies, when they do minimum volume commitment, that price can be further optimized.
Thanks, Nishan.
There is a couple of demos that I'm not going to go into because of the lack of time. But some traction ideas. We are currently working with real estate agents and brokers across a couple of different states in US. In Asia, in North India's #1 home builder is one of our customers. And then we are in pretty advanced conversations with tier one insurance companies, as I mentioned earlier, in both in US and Europe, as well as in India. So 3 different continents. Just to give you some reference, we actually launched this product in December of 2020, so it's only been 4.5, 5 months. Just to give you an idea of the traction and the time period for that traction.
Sure. Nishan, this is Sunil. Today, even Facebook lets you do 3D kind of video or the images using a simple smartphone. How do you compete with them, or how do you differentiate between that and your product?
Yeah, so there is, you'll see the videos, and that's very different than what we are offering. So if you actually capture a 3D video, first of all, there is the space and the storage limitation that comes along with it, and it's not that easy to actually share it across. Whereas in our case, we are actually hosting everything on our cloud, and it's simply a link that can be shared instantly with anyone. Whereas and as long as you have an active subscription with us, you maintain that subscription, you have access to that. 3D video works very differently, and it's not going to capture your dimensions of the property. So you won't get an actual idea of the room sizes when you're looking at it through the Facebook either. So that's the second differentiator.
Okay. You've been in the business for last 4 months. Do you have any revenue right now, or it's too early to ask that question?
No, so as I said, we have customers. We are launching, so we launched the iOS version in December, and that's when we started getting a lot of interest, and finally we have some customers. But the condition for them to start paying us is we have to also launch the Android version, because every company has a mix of both Android and iOS. And so actually we're a week away. So I've been with the team actually most of the night last night. We're a week away from launching our Android platform. So from June onwards, we'll start having our revenue.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep.
Can you talk a little about the frequency of use, let's say by industry? So let's say in the real estate industry, if it's $1 a month, on average, a listing might be on for 2 months. So that's $2. And the average real estate agent, I'm making it up, I don't know, 10 listings a year, something like that. So how does that dovetail with your acquisition costs by industry?
Yeah, so just to give you an idea, right? Every industry has a different use case. Short answer: real estate, you will see 2 different use cases. The one that you mentioned is the properties that are being sold, and for that, each agent may have whatever 10 to 20 properties in a typical housing season that they subscribe for 2 months or so average. But then there is also the rental properties, for which both the short-term and the long-term rentals, and there is more significant application and a longer-term recurring revenue for those, where you don't only need, for vacation rentals, it's an ongoing thing. You never get rid of the subscription. For the longer-term rentals, even after you get the tenant into the property, there is a security aspect of it, where we actually give them an audit trail. So you know the condition of the property before the tenant moves in, during and after, and that helps. That's another reason why property managers would want to maintain access to the virtual tours for their tenants on an ongoing basis, rather than just until the tenant moves in. So that's for the real estate. And of course, for the insurance, it's actually, from compliance perspective, they have to keep it anywhere from like 6 to 10 years. So it's not just a one-time thing, even though the claims average number of virtual tours, I would say minimum will be 2. It can go higher than that, but the minimum number of virtual tours will be 2, but the duration will be 6 years or more.
So insurance, it sounds like you have a much higher average revenue per user, like an enterprise insurance company that has to keep this long
Same
history.
with the mortgage lending as well, same thing.
Got it.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, your time is up, and if you have any questions, you can ask directly or maybe after all competitions.
Okay, thank you, everyone. And actually, just one clarifying point, this add-ons is some of the other stuff like 3D modeling and other features that are going to be launched soon for those, if people want. These are premium features that they can pay more to subscribe.
Don't get greedy. Your time is up. Come on.